We recently resumed the grind for Great One number 5 on Rancho del Arroyo, and I thought to kind of spice things up today, we might as well head out here and hunt for the Great One, but do it in a little bit of a different way. What we are going to be doing is another random wheel challenge and just see what we end up getting out of it. Because I definitely enjoy doing the Great One grinds, and I also enjoy doing the random wheel videos, so I figured it would be a great way to kind of mix it up a little bit with the Great One grind, because I know not everybody wants to watch Great One grinding videos constantly, so I thought to make it interesting, this might be a cool thing to do, and you guys have been absolutely loving the random wheel videos, so I feel like it is the perfect way to do this, So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and switch over to the wheel and see what guns we're going to end up using today, because there is a lot of options we could possibly get, and some of them are going to be pretty interesting, because we're also going to include scopes in this one, so yeah, this could get pretty interesting. Alright, so I think I've got everything in here. I did have to kind of go over and make sure, because there was a few things that got left out due to the recent updates and stuff. It had been a long time since we had used it, and actually, there is one that we're missing, and that is the 16 gauge pump action Kuso. So, let's go ahead and add that in there. And yeah, now this wheel should be completed, so let's go ahead and spin it for the... We'll go with 3. We'll go with 3 weapons that we can use, so let's see what they end up being. And we have to use all 3 during this challenge, just so that I won't be, I guess, using the easiest ones. We're gonna make sure we have to use every single one, so let's go ahead and spin for our first one. Okay, so I don't know how we're gonna use this on a deer, but I guess we'll shoot something with it along the way. That's an interesting first one to get. I didn't really take into account the rifles that we can't use on whitetail, although I guess we could unload 5 shots into one and see what it does. You know, we'll still shoot some deer with it. We'll see how it goes. And now it's time for the next one. Let's hope this ends up being a little bit better than that, because yeah, this could be pretty rough. You know, honestly, that's not the worst thing we could have got. I am completely fine with the 454. I think that'll be a fun one to use. So now let's go ahead and spin for the last one. I really hope we get a rifle. Otherwise, this is going to be quite the interesting grinding session. But if we don't, I mean, it'll be interesting. So either way, it's a win-win for you guys. Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, this is gonna be fun. Now we gotta spin for what sights we can use on these, so that's gonna make this even more interesting. And obviously, for each scope, we're only going to have selected the ones that can actually fit on that rifle, so let's go ahead and spin for the 22 and see what we end up getting. Hopefully we don't get the night vision scope, that would be awful. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Oh no. And we have to use it because of the challenge, so... I apologize for everyone's blinded eyes in advance, because it's gonna be rough when we have to use this thing. Well, let's spin for the handgun sight, I guess. Okay, so I think these are all the ones that can fit on handguns, or at least that particular handgun, so let's see what we end up getting out of these. Hopefully it'll be something usable. Okay, honestly, that's not the worst. Tritium sights are gonna be okay. It's better than getting the Red Raptor Reflex, so I guess I'll take it. I can give that one a pass. Then for the crossbow, it's a 50-50 chance of actually getting something usable, because there's only 2 things that can even go on the crossbow, iron sights or the scope. I hope we get the scope, otherwise this is gonna be very, very rough. Oh no. Oh no, the only actual scope we got for this entire loadout was the night vision scope on the 22. Oh, this is a disaster. Well, I'm not looking forward to this, but I suppose it's gonna be interesting at least. I have never even purchased the Tritium sights for the 454, so I mean, at least I get to buy something new out of the store. That's a positive, I guess, but it's gonna be so weird having to use these things. I really don't know how this is gonna go, but I can't imagine this ending well. I guess we're gonna end up seeing, though. Well, this right here is going to be our loadout for the day. Honestly, these aren't too bad. I could totally get used to using those, but this, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. I'm not looking forward to using this, and we have to because it's in our loadout, so I guess without further ado, let's go find some whitetail. Alright, well, this seems like a possibly good way to start things out. Let's actually just take out the crossbow and see if we can nail ourselves one of these deer. Oh my gosh, well, we hit it. As it hit us. Really was hoping that second shot would have connected. So basically, I was heading over to this lake over here. I've never visited it, ever. I don't think I even visited it in the early access phase of this map. And I did quite a bit of exploring then, but I thought it'd be interesting to come over here because I've heard from a lot of people that there's actually a lot of whitetail that drink here now. So I've decided I'm going to add this lake into my rotation, and hopefully it'll produce some good trophies, but we just smoked a whitetail. I don't even know if it's going to die from that shot, though. We'll just hope that it does. It looks like it will, 25 to 50. It'll definitely lose enough HP to die, I believe. Alright, well, here is our first deer of the day. It's nothing crazy, but it is a buck. We ended up hitting it straight in the neck. Almost got the neck bone. That was almost a good shot, but unfortunately just didn't quite connect where we wanted to, which is a bit unfortunate. Well, we are here. Let's go ahead and see where the whitetail actually drink on this lake. It looks like we got some right here. So we do have at least one herd at this lake, and I'm going to assume, yeah, there's a few more over here. Let's see what the best angle will be to set up a tent. I'm guessing over there. But either way, we're going to have to get pretty close to even take some of these out, considering our weapon selection. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Well, unfortunately, they spooked off, but I did finally get a spot to put the stand and tent so we can kind of overlook this lake. Since they ended up spooking off, let's go ahead and move on and actually go take out some deer at a different lake. But I figured we might as well include this in the video to kind of show you guys what I'm going to do with my setup. That's really the only thing we're going to move around, though. I think everything else is actually in a pretty good spot. But let's go actually take down a few deer, since that's the whole point of this video. Alright, so we've got ourselves a pretty large buck here at 70 meters. This is a really good looking level 2. I think this is the perfect candidate to be taken out with the 454 and the Tritium sights. Let's see how this goes. And oh my gosh, we nailed it. And we got the doe as well. Wow, that is just crazy. Let's see if we can maybe get this guy while he's going away. Well, we got him as well. Okay, we're off to a great start with the 454. This thing is just always been a powerhouse. Absolutely love using it. I typically use a scope on it, but it looks like we don't even need the scope because they all just dropped on the spot. Wow, that was crazy. And that's a good looking deer as well. Very nice level 2. Not a bad start. I'd say that's a great way to start off using the 454. And also, my gosh, the power of this thing is just incredible. It's honestly unmatched in any other handgun. Okay, so that actually might be a diamond potential level 2. I can't really tell from here, but obviously there's no way we can take it out from this distance. We will have to kind of loop around and just hope for the best. There will be some deer over here, I believe, so we're going to try and take out a couple of them. We also got some over here, as you guys can see, and then this group right here that has that really solid buck in it. I got a feeling that might be a diamond level 2. We're definitely gonna have to try and get closer and see if we can get a shot into it, because I think that could be a potential diamond, which would be absolutely amazing, especially if we could get it with the Tritium sights on the 454. That would just be so cool. So I've got an idea. It might be a bad idea, but considering he's right there, we could fast travel and try to shoot him on the run. I don't think it's a good idea, but it just might work. You know, We'll try it, and if it gives us a good shot, then we'll take it. If not, we can always just wait for it to move back into its zone. But I think we're gonna send it. Let's just hope this ends well. I really have no clue how this is gonna go. I hope that it's not completely gone by the time it loads in, and it looks like we might be okay. Can we just get to where we can see him? If we can get a good view of him, this might be possible. Okay, that's him right there. I don't think we have a clear shot, unfortunately. So we're gonna hide in one of these trees and wait for them to come back and then take him out, because that's gonna be probably the safest way. So let's just chill in this bush and hope for the best. Well, in an interesting turn of events, I reset the time because I realized it was past 11. And this guy has moved into this herd over here, so he is now, or their herd is kind of merged with the other herd. They're drinking in the exact same spot. So this is actually going to be a little bit easier to approach than what it would have been, which is a good thing for us. Hopefully we can get within 75 and take it out with the 454. You know, I just realized we can actually call these in with our caller if we can get them to actually react to it. So that's going to be our first option here, and if it doesn't work, then we'll still have to sneak up close, but I think this could actually work out pretty well, so let's just start calling, and then once it gets to this shore, we can easily take it out. Okay, so it definitely worked. There is multiple deer walking in, including our big buck. As far as I can tell, I think that's him right there. That is absolutely perfect. It's exactly what we were hoping for. Now we just have to hope that he gives us a good angle. Although with the 454, to be honest, we don't even need a good angle. We could take him from any angle that he's standing at and it should hit vitals. We could even try a Texas heart shot, I think, and probably make it. You know, that actually might be a cool thing to try. We will see if we can accomplish that. I don't know if he'll give us the shot we need to make that happen, but if he does, we might as well try it. There he is. Look at that giant buck. Now, looking at that tip-to-tip spread, I doubt he'll make diamond, but it's still going to be a great thing to get him down. He's going to be a giant buck for the grind regardless, and probably going to be a good respawn as well. So there he is. We can make that shot 100%. If he just stays still for a couple seconds, we can definitely make that shot. There we go. We got it. Ow. And they're trying to get revenge already. Oh my gosh, did we hit a headshot? I think we just hit a brain shot on that poor doe that was running by. It's vital blood, so it's either brain or neck or... yeah, it's neck and skull. Well, that went pretty well. We not only got the buck we wanted, but we got a few bonuses as well. I'm really interested in seeing what that guy's gonna score. I think, just based off its looks, it's probably a high 240s buck. But it also might be a 250s. If we're lucky, it'll make it. I don't think it will, though. The tip-to-tip spread was too tight, I think. 249.20. We actually had a level 3 a couple days ago that scored the exact same, so that is definitely not a surprise. Just based off of what I was able to tell from looking at it before we shot it, I could tell that it probably wasn't going to make it, but at least it still ended up being a pretty big level 2, and hopefully its respawn will be even bigger. Alright, so the big buck that was here has moved on before I could actually get a chance to take it out, but we do have a few deer left. I think we can probably get this guy with the crossbow, provided he cooperates. The thing about the crossbow is I could easily take a 90-meter shot if I had the scope, but since I'm using the irons, I don't know how this will actually go. Well, I guess this technically isn't irons. I mean, what would this even be, a single-pin sight? I think it would just be considered a single-pin sight, but either way, it's going to be difficult, and I'm not sure how this is going to go. Oh no, there's one right on top of us. You know what, this might be our guy, actually. Oh, it 100% is. This is definitely our guy right here. Let's just stay down how we are, and things might actually go decently well. Let's just get our dog to calm down. We're fully hidden here, so they should calm down and come back. Yeah, they definitely will. Okay, so we're gonna be good here. That buck is definitely calming down. Alright, here he comes. He's gonna be right in front of us, and I've actually got an idea here. Let's just do this, and that should be the end of him. He dropped right on the spot. Will these spook? No, they didn't spook. Okay, so we can actually try to get one with the 22 as well. Oh, that's so bad. It's so blinding, but we have to do it. Apologies for anybody that has to watch this. Let's hope that did enough to kill her, because I don't want to have to look through that sight again. I really don't want to have to look through that scope again. But that's our buck 221. The crossbow, it did exactly what we expected to. Penetrated through the entire deer, basically, and got all of the vitals, and oh my gosh, that is a weird looking deer. I honestly did not realize how strange its antlers looked until now. That is quite the wonky dude. Okay, so that deer definitely did not die, which is really unfortunate for us, because that means we have to look through this sight again. You know, I love the Gen 0 night vision scope, but not in the daytime. As you could probably see why, it's very blinding. But when it's in the nighttime, it's great, since it is a night vision scope, but we gotta use it. Brace yourselves, everyone. It's time to look through it once again. Oh gosh. Let's hope that killed it. Come on. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get some hip fire shots into it. Okay, we did get a hip fire shot into it. I didn't want to have to look through it again, so I was really hoping one of those would hit at least. Now, we just gotta wait and... Oh my gosh, okay. Never mind, we actually did kill that first doe. I guess it died as it was coming back just a couple seconds ago? That's crazy. Yeah, we hit it twice, and it killed it. That's actually really crazy that 2 shots from the 22 will kill a whitetail deer. Well, I'm happy with that. Now I don't have to look through that thing again and blind myself and everyone else, so that is mission accomplished in my book. Oh my gosh. What did I just do? That was something else. To be honest, I had no intentions of that even hitting. I did not think that it was even going to come close, so I didn't even bother, like, I guess commentating before it took the shot. That was surprising. I'll take it, though. Well, there she is, with vital blood right next to her. We definitely got double lung. That is kind of impressive. 68-meter single pin sight shot with the crossbow. And we managed to get that on the run. I'd say that's probably the best shot of the day. Alright, well, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to end the video here because it is about time for me to start my live stream that I do 5 times a week. If you guys have not been dropping by them, I would highly recommend checking out the live streams. We do it 5 days a week here on YouTube, sometime between 2 and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on most days. It's a lot of fun, and there's always a lot of people that drop by just to hang out and enjoy watching some Call of the Wild, so if you guys have not come to the live streams before, I would definitely recommend doing it. It's a good chance to get to watch how I do things live without any of the editing or cuts or anything like that, so highly recommend checking it out. It'll show you guys exactly how I do things when I'm not recording. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on what you guys thought of this video, and also what you guys think we should do for some future videos, like challenge-wise, or just different guns and locations you'd like me to hunt. Let me know. I really do enjoy reading all the comments and seeing what your guys' ideas are, and a lot of times I'll even find some ideas that I'll use in future videos, which is always awesome. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!